Day 23. So today was about what aligned action can I take today before I feel ready. Take one K2E related action today. Draft your first client offer, reach out to a client, send a message to a potential client, draft your first workshop, outline your retreat concept, record a intro video for K2E. So I didn't record the video, but I did get the video done. I reached out to a potential client. I actually started working on essentially the list of things that I'm gonna need to have to continue to work with clients or to reach out to clients. And it is so true. You gotta kind of start acting upon things before you're ready. So for me, I keep thinking to myself, all right, I have to have all of my marketing artifacts done. So I'm thinking about, well, I got to get the website going. I got to get this. The reality is all of those things are administrative things that have nothing to do with what I really need to be doing. And that's getting out and telling my story to as many people as possible. And so there's actions that needed to be taken today. I did reach out to a client. And actually, I plan to reach out to a few more tomorrow. And that's going to be the thing over the course of the next week. I want to attempt to build a habit of reaching out to clients every day, having a conversation with someone where I get to tell the story, draft an email, a text, a LinkedIn post, or whatever that essentially is an opportunity to share the story of the key to everything and what I'm doing with someone else and what I'd like to do, what I like to get paid to do. And then there's a retreat that I'm supposed to do pretty soon. I haven't picked the date yet, but I'm actually going to do a retreat where I'm going to advertise a retreat for people who want to be a part of the key to everything. They want to be a part of this movement. I'm looking for people from many different modalities and backgrounds to help make the conferences, the summits, the retreats go well as people who have a background in organizational development, human-centered change management, human-centered implementations of technology, people who really want to come to the table and help do this work of essentially helping human beings thrive and giving them the necessary tools to be able to do so across industries. The kind of talent that I'm looking for are people who do many things that I feel like help human beings come together and thrive. And it's not always the same thing that you see at everyone's retreat. I'm happy to talk to someone who does sound baths. I think that's amazing. But I'm looking for DJs. And I actually have 2 DJs in mind already that I specifically plan to reach out to, that I want to be a part of our future experiences with Key to Everything. I've already done classes before. I make good use of interpretation of music. We read a lot of case studies. And so I'm looking at all sorts of immersive experiences associated with the Key to Everything using augmented and extended reality. We have new content that we're going to be making. We're going to be having a lot of fun with the content development. And so I need a very solid team of people who want to be on the content creation development side. Everything from script writers to people who are helping to write articles, books. If you're in a PhD program and you want to talk about this concept that I'm working on called conscious advantage, essentially the thesis here is that I believe the more work that we do to help the humans in the organization to thrive, to help raise their consciousness, the more we'll see byproducts like competitive advantage, higher quality products, a much more efficient operational environment, clearer decision-making, a better understanding across the board of the strategy that the organization is following, better communication, higher levels of confidence, trust in the entire organization. All of those things, I believe that those come as a result of a series of things that we do within the Key to Everything that help an organization achieve conscious advantage. That's that side. But then we're talking about liberating people's minds, helping people to heal internally, liberating people's consciousness, helping them to feel powerful in themselves, to feel empowered to be able to make decisions about their lives, to feel empowered to be better friends, better parents, to understand how to sit and live with their emotions and manage themselves through life in a way that allows them to thrive and not always have to experience sort of this not to have such an intimate relationship with only anxiety, or intimate relationships with only depression. I've dealt with mental health issues, so I understand them firsthand, and I also understand the power of being able to do some of the necessary work using some of the modalities and tools that we bring to the table when you come to a Key to Everything experience. And so I feel like I went down a tangent there, kind of like a commercial, but I'm putting together a retreat really soon. I think I'm gonna do it around the first of the year, probably around the first or second week in February. And the goal is it's gonna be a retreat of people who are part of the sort of the inner circle, the inner team of building the Key to Everything. And so I'll advertise it, and then we'll choose, because not everyone who wants to come will probably be able to come. And so we'll reserve spots for probably 12 people, 8 to 12 people total. And the goal is for this to be an opportunity for me and a partner of mine to sort of talk about the vision of the future, what we're building, and essentially build our team around that. And so I'm excited to talk about that in the future. Let me get back to the actual thing. Draft here. Well, that was it, This was actually one of the activities for me, and that was essentially sharing the message about Key to Everything and starting to just put it out there. I'm looking for partners and people to come to the table who really who want to do this, who want to see other people thrive and raise the consciousness of the world around them. And so that's what we're doing here at Key to Everything. Where did courage and truth meet today? Courage and truth. Well, so I actually have a few very pressing things that I have to work through. And I had to sit down and really sort of create a one-pager of, here's what I have, here's what I need, here's much time I have. These are the things we have to put in place to be able to make that work. And it's well outside of my comfort zone. And I've already had to go through the cycles emotionally, psychologically to address them. The beauty about this, where does courage and truth meet? This week, each day I'm having to sit down and really deal with something. And I'm having to come into real contact and face up to, some of the natural tendencies to want to avoid pain and to want to sort of continue to avoid something that it's right here and I need to deal with it. The thing about becoming sort of emotionally, psychologically liberated to become more conscious is you really find ways to create joy even under tremendous duress and pressure, which is great because it's better than the alternative experience of tremendous anxiety, pressure, stress, and what have you. But what I never wanted to happen for me, that if I'm being honest, I don't have an issue with, but I see it appearing. I'm more aware that it's here than I've been aware before. And that is sort of, the avoidance. And that's, all right, this thing is something that needs to be handled. It's not negative to my experience. Let me just say my affirmation, shift my mentality. I don't want to be experiencing the stress and the pressure. And it's okay to do all of the breathing and all of the things that you need to do to manage your emotions, but you still have to manage your emotions so that you can address the thing. And courage and truth is continuing to meet every day this week for me at a few very pressing things that I'm having to work through. And it runs the gamut. It's financial is one of them, but it's even more than that. And so it's having the sort of courage to be honest about what's in front of me and developing a sense of courage to be able to tackle it head on and not run away from it. And so, we're powerful. And if you're gonna be powerful, you gotta use that power. Otherwise, the self-talk just continues to sort of lie in the back of your head, and you know that you're not being truthful with yourself, and you're not holding yourself accountable, and you're not keeping your promises to yourself. And one of the major and great things that I've gotten from this process is really learning to keep promises to myself, like recording, even when, so I did day 22, and I'm not gonna put out that recording just yet, but even recording when it's something that I'm not ready to put out into the world, and recording even when I'm exhausted. So yeah. Anyway, tell me where courage and truth has had to show up for you today, right? Some of these questions, I say them out loud because they're great things to consider, but absolutely, like, where does courage and truth show up for you? How's it showing up for you each day? And then the morning question for the week is, what is the most aligned step I can take today? Which is great after 10 minutes of just sitting in silence, meditating, breathing, whatever it is that you'd like to do. Ask yourself that question. What is the most aligned step I can take today? And one step, one thing in that direction, ensuring that you're taking the time to be aware of what it means to be in alignment for yourself. And so I'd love for you to get engaged, follow along. My name is Rashad Howard. This is the Key to Everything, day 23.